Hey y'all, it's Dr. Schultz and welcome to our virtual college fair. I wanted to walk you through the entire process, everything from how the college fair is actually going to work through the virtual platform, as well as things to keep in mind before you go to the college fair, while you're at the college fair, and I'm going to give you a few tips on things to do after the college fair to make sure that you get the most out of this whole entire experience. So let's go ahead and jump on over to the website and I'll walk you through everything. Okay, so let's get started. This is my CCMR website, and this is the College Fair webpage. So if you scroll on down, we have a College Booth live presentation schedule. You can click right here, and it's going to open it up in Google Sheets for you, so that way you can navigate it. You can find out when people are going to be going live. So for example, Abilene Christian University on September 29th at 5 p.m., they're going to have someone from their engineering and physics department there talking live under their presentation tab that we'll show you in just a minute. And it's set up just like that for the rest of all of these universities. Okay, let's go back to my website. You can go ahead and click on Enter College Fair. Go ahead and sign in with your credentials. And we're going to click on Visit Colleges. These are all the different colleges that have signed up to come to our online college fair. And you can go ahead and do a search for schools, or you can go ahead and filter your schools to meet certain criteria. So let's say we want to look at somewhere in the South. We want to go to a small school, and maybe we want to go to a rural location, okay? So every time that I selected something, you saw that these changed, and it's because it's sorting and filtering all of the colleges and kicking out the ones that don't match up with the criteria that you've set. Once you've set your criteria, you can go ahead and look through the colleges that are available. Or you can just do a search by name. So let's look at all of the universities that have the name Texas in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on Texas A&M University. I'm not even going to lie, I love that place. That's where I went to school. I am an Islander alum, so yay. Okay, so this is a virtual booth. Now, all the universities is going to set up their virtual booth in this same way. So when you log on, they will have some highlights and a little blurb and also where the university is located, as well as a highlight video. And if you scroll down, you'll see that there's another section for 4 more highlight videos that you can find out more about the university that way. And then these are all the criteria that would have been selected in the first option for sorting and filtering the schools. We also have quick links. So these are a bunch of the things that you're probably going to want to know more about. The different academic programs that the university opens. All of this is hyperlinked, so you can go and see what they offer for undergraduate, which is your bachelor's, or graduate, which is master's or doctoral. And if you want to go back to the virtual booth, you just go back up to your bar up here and click back onto that tab. You can also find out about housing, you can find out about tours, island days, the athletics program, the scholarships, all of these kinds of things. And they also are going to have some learn more links on the side. Now, if you notice, these are all the things that new prospective freshmen are going to want to find out about whenever they're going to that university. So let's go ahead and talk about these icons here. This presentation icon is what you will click to log into any of the live sessions. So as you can see, these are all on demand. So these will just happen when you click on them. But this one right here, it says chat with a recruiter live via WebEx. So at the time that we're scheduled to talk to our recruiters, you can go ahead and click join session and it'll open up a WebEx window for you. And that way you can talk back and forth. And this is how it'll be for all of the universities. If you'd like to schedule a meeting for later, you can click here. If you'd like to apply, you can click that and it'll take you straight to the Apply Texas. Remember, to get back to the virtual booth, you just click on the Open tab. If you'd like to contact them, this is going to go ahead and let you know who to contact. So even if you've been a dual credit student, you'll still be considered a freshman coming into a university. And you can see you have different people who are assigned to different regions of the state. So for us, Santos Pagan right here is going to be our recruiter, and there is his contact information, his office, cell phone, and his email address, and you can definitely give him a call or send him an email with any questions that you may have. All right, we're going to go back to the booth, and if you click on this nifty send info icon, then they will automatically get your email address from your registration and they will send you information as soon as they send that out. We also have a nifty little chat feature here if you'd like to go ahead and talk back and forth with them that way. And that is pretty much the entire thing of the virtual booth. Okay, so let's say you want to visit a different university, then you would just click back to this open tab and click on whatever university you're interested in looking at. So if we clicked on Texas Lutheran University, you'll see that their virtual booth is set up in the same way that A&M Corpus Christi's was. Okay, so now let's go ahead and jump back over to my website. And if you scroll down a little farther, you'll see that I have some tips to get the most from the college fair and a few things on what to do after the college fair. So let's go ahead and talk about those. Okay, so let's talk about a few tips to keep in mind before you attend the college fair. So number one, make a game plan. So when you make your game plan, go ahead and make a list of the universities that you would like to find out more information about. And then the next thing would be to make 2 lists of questions. One list of questions is going to be all the things that you can find out online. So all of those links that I showed you that you can easily click on and find out when the admission process has to be completed, to find out more information about the housing and all of those kinds of things, when the scholarship deadlines are, all of those you can find from the links that are already in the virtual booth. That should go on one list of questions. Then come up with another list of questions of things you would want to find out that you can't find out from those online links. These are the questions that you'll have to ask during the live sessions to the college campus recruiters. So those questions could be something like, what do students like most about your school? What do they like least? Do I need a bike or a scooter to get around on campus? I know that might sound really weird, but some campuses are huge, and to get from class to class, it's not just jumping across the hallway like it is at WHS. It is actually getting on a bike or a scooter and pushing yourself to the class. You can ask them questions like, what kind of career planning does the Career Center do for your students after they graduate? Or you can ask them things like, what kind of a workload am I looking at academically whenever I enroll in your school? I have a whole list of questions on my website for you, so if you're wondering any of those same questions, make sure you go ahead and take this opportunity to ask the college recruiter for that information. Tip number 2. Make sure that you act and dress appropriately. Okay, so these college recruiters are not just some rando that you're never going to see again. The college recruiting system is very much like the military recruiting system, where certain high schools get assigned certain college recruiters, and those are their point people for everything involved in the recruitment process into the universities. So this is the person that's going to help you to apply, to get your financial aid rolling, to get into your housing, any of those kinds of things. So it's their job to remember you. So we want to make sure that you put out a really great first impression. And of course, to do that, you need to look nice. I'm not saying you have to dress like you're going to the prom, but make sure you're wearing at least a nice shirt. Since this is virtual, they're only going to see you from here up. Brush your teeth, brush your hair, look nice, smile. Remember to use your manners. Please, thank you, yes sir, no ma'am, all of that kind of stuff. And I know that we're online, but you can try and make eye contact with them by looking through the camera. All right, like right now I'm looking at the camera. Does it feel like I'm looking at you and making eye contact? Let me look at myself on the screen. Now I'm looking at myself on the screen and it does not look like we're making eye contact. Now I'm looking at my camera dot. We're making eye contact. I don't know, just a few tips. So that way they feel like you're engaged, because they're going to want to go ahead and recruit students who are well put together and who look like they're really interested in coming to the university and they're serious about staying. Tip number 3. Go ahead and collect your contact information and use it. So like I said, this recruiter is going to be the person who is going to take you through the entire process. So save that information to your contacts, and every time you have a question, just reach out to them. Call them, email them. They want to hear from you, and it is literally their job to help you answer all the questions and to navigate this entire process. Also, share that with your parents. If this is a university that you're thinking about truly coming to, then share that contact information with your parents, because they're going to have questions too. This might be their first dealing with a college or university, or maybe it's not. Maybe they went to college or university, but I'll tell you that the admissions process has changed a lot since they probably went. So giving that contact information to your parents is going to help them if they have questions, and they'll be able to answer. And those college admission counselors are there for students and parents, so take advantage of it. Tip number 4, go ahead and check out a couple of random universities. And the reason I say this is because sometimes it'll open your eyes to other things that are out there. You might find something that you like, but even if you don't, it gives you something to compare your first choice schools to, so that it'll just solidify your decision of like, oh yeah, I really, really, really like my first choices. Or it might be like, well, I don't know, maybe there's something else out there. So it's also fun just to go ahead and find out more about just schools that you probably would not have normally looked into. And it's all virtual, so take advantage. Okay, so now let's talk about a couple of things to do after the college fair. So my biggest advice would be to go ahead and any of the universities that you talked to or you attended that you felt is a pretty good chance that you're going to be attending them, or at least they're in your top 3, go ahead and send the recruiter an email thanking them for their time and also for all the information that they shared with you. Also, you can ask them if you can be added to any type of prospective student email list that they'll go ahead and send out important dates. Sometimes they'll send out different activities that are going on for prospective and new students. This really shows that you're very interested in their university, and they're going to totally lap that up. So let's make sure that we impress them and that you're getting all the information that you need to make this onboarding process much easier whenever you're transitioning from high school into college or university. Another thing you can do is go ahead and set up a college visit. Juniors and seniors at WHS get 2 excused absences for college visits. And if you scroll down closer to the bottom of this page, I will have the college visit form. All you have to do is click on that link. It'll open it up in a Google Doc, print it off, get a representative from the university to sign that you were actually there, and bring it back to WHS so we have documentation. And go ahead and use that day to view the college campus, to set up appointments to talk to the different professors in the different majors that you're really interested in pursuing. And you can even set up times to talk with students who actually go there. Maybe you can view a class. And all of this can be set up through your admissions counselor that you'll meet through this college fair. Now, even if the university that you're considering going to didn't have a live presentation, you can still use these tactics to just reach out and say, hey, I heard you're our admissions counselor for this. I'm interested in this. And you can get the information from them, and they can help you to set up anything that you need. Financial aid meetings, getting your FAFSA done, applying, writing your essays, anything that has to do with the transition from high school into college. I'm here to help you, and so are they. So it's really a partnership between you, the student, the parent, me, and then also the admissions counselor. So make sure that you use your resources. That's literally what we're here for, and we all want to see you succeed. All right, and other than that, once you've completed this entire process, give yourself a big pat on the back and a virtual high five, because that is amazing. I'm so proud of you for going ahead and stepping out of your comfort zone and talking to all of these people to find out all the information that you need to know for the future of your dreams. It's a really big deal, and a lot of people usually chicken out and don't even make the jump to talk to somebody about their possibilities. So I'm really proud of you, and I really hope that you do take this opportunity and make the most of it. And I just can't wait to see what happens in all of your wonderful futures. Okay, so if you have any questions, make sure that you email me, stop by my office, you can give me a call. I'm here to help you with anything that you need. And I hope y'all really enjoy the college fair. All right, y'all have a magical day. Bye.